All right, welcome back. Got a mild vice story for you, so you might want to have the kids leave the room. It's a little bit of adult content, not too bad. I'm working vice unit in the around SC in the Coliseum and down in the county down in there, and mixed bars of Latin and blacks. And my partner's black, I'm Latin, so it worked. It was a good mix that we could get in the mix. Pardon the word here, but anyway. So one of the bars we're going into, it's a Latino bar primarily. So I go in and we see what's going on there. And again, let me remind you, Vice is selling booze to minors in bars or liquor stores, or selling booze to minors in general. Selling booze to drunks in bars and anywhere for that matter. Prostitution, barmaids that are charging you $20 for a beer and giving you $5 change, and then they keep the rest. That's pretty much what we do in bars and liquor stores. So I'm in there just do a routine bar check for Vice. My partner's outside in a car right at the curb, just watching. The doors open. He can see me, I can see him, so there's no worried about each other's safety or my safety even for that matter. So I'm in there 5 minutes. I got a beer and I'm just watching, eating some peanuts, and this guy comes up. And that time I'm probably maybe early 30s, late 20s, I guess. This guy's in his middle to late 50s. He comes up. He's Latin, and he starts gives me a nod and asks me to buy me a beer. I said, "Oh, that's okay," and all that. And then he starts talking to me. Okay, well, he's talking to me like he wants to pick me up. Okay. And let me get back to the original. Vice is not in the business of regulating homo, hetero, or any other kind of sex for anybody. We're there to look for violations of the law. And violation of the law is sex for money and lewd acts in public, not looking for other homosexuals to say, let's go somewhere and then I'm going to arrest you. They don't do that. They don't. Okay? You can talk all you want. It ain't going to happen. So he's talking to me about, that I'm handsome and all that, and I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. He's just looking to pick up a guy or a young guy. So I'm saying, well, thank you, and he said, well, can you want to come to my place? No, I don't. I got pornography. No, I don't want to do that. Well, I'm trying to get away from this guy because he's not, I don't think he's a prostitute. He just wants to find a guy to go home with. Okay? So I'm going, that's okay. No, let me buy you a beer. No, that's all right. That's all right. So he's getting frustrated. And I thought, okay. And I'm looking at my partner and thinking, okay. And I give him a signal that something might be up because I don't know what this guy's going to do. So my partner gets out of the car, big, strong guy, and he goes out and he sits by the curb, sits on his car, on the sidewalk, watching me. So I said, man, I got to go. Oh, come on. Please take me. Let me take you home. Come on. And he tells me all kinds of sex acts he wants to do to me. Okay. I said, no, man, I don't want to do that, man. I got a girlfriend. I don't want. Oh no, come on, you can try something new, all that. And I'm getting kind of, wigged out here. But okay, it's my job, so I go out the door, and that's when he changes from I assume bi or homosexual into a prostitute. Because when I said, no, that's okay, I don't want. Then he says, well, I'll pay you. I'll give you $50 if I can do blankety blank to you, or you can do blankety blank to me. Okay, now that changes everything. Okay, now he is a prostitute asking for sex for money. And that's the difference between the two, okay? One's dating, man-on-man date, and the other one's prostitution. So when I hear that, I go, well, that's what I do. It's my vice cop. That's what I do. So I give my partner a signal, and we're walking, and he gets off the car, and he walks behind me, and he moves over to the side. He looks at me. We make eye contact. I nod my head, and we stop. He stops. Police, Vice. Oh, no. Put the cuffs on him. You understand? You this is what you did. Oh no! So he almost tries to faint. He's not going to faint. It's an act. So we pick him up, put him in the car. We're off and running. Okay, so we get to the police station. We're going to put him in the jail and go through his stuff. And we find an ID card from a Catholic boys' high school. Okay, there's many of them in the city and state, or city and county. This happened to be one of them. Okay. So we look at each other, oh man, so this is considered a VIP, because if he's working for the school system, they need to know what's going on here, okay? Especially Vice. So we call my supervisor, he calls the powers to be and all that, and they tell us that just go ahead and do the normal routine, keep a copy of the report, and then my supervisor has to come up with a meeting with the school superintendent to discuss this. They need to know, okay? So fine, so we go through the process, and I write the report. And very simple report, really, if you think about it. And then the next day, there's some calls made. Day after that, I go down with my supervisor, since I'm the one that was given the proposition. And we meet with the head of the school. The head of the school, it was I'm not sure what rank he was, whether he was a bishop or a monsignor, because it was a Catholic high school. But that's who we met. And you know you got somebody important when you come to the office and there's a couple of lady secretaries, and then you go into another room and there's a priest in there, kind of like a private secretary. Then you go into another big room where the main guy, his offices are, and you got somebody pretty high up. Big school, beautiful school. So we didn't tell them what we were there for. We just told them who we were, and so they got us in there. We sat down. We asked him if we could have a word alone with him, but he wanted to have his aide there. I guess that's his aide de camp that he handles it. Okay, fine. So we had made copies of this report, so we handed each of them the copy and said, we're obligated to let you know what's happening here. And this is the first thing we said, obviously, is this particular person that gave the name in your employ? And they said, yes, he is. And what does he do? He's a football coach. Interesting. Football coach, guys. Football coach. He's out here in evenings soliciting young males for sex. You make up the conclusion on your own. So then we get in the reports, and they're reading them, and you can see they're both really concerned about this. They're looking at it, and they can see that you can hear the wheels turning on both their heads. And they said, they asked us, what's happening now? And so my supervisor did all the talking. I'm just sitting there. I'm a witness. Well, he was arrested. He was booked, and he's going to be charged. And then after that, it's whatever the city attorney decides to do with him. We're done with it. Our portion of it is over. Gave him phone numbers to who you can call. City attorney's office. It's up to you guys. And what you do here at your school, it's up to you. It's your business. It's your school. We're not here to dictate one way or the other. We're just here to tell you that you have an employee here that was arrested for a vice violation. That's as far as we go. We don't judge anybody. They said, thank you. We will take care of this. Really appreciate it. We know it's sensitive because we have young men here, and they gave us all the reasoning why they thought it was serious, and we think it is serious. So that was it. We thanked them very much. They thanked us. We left without telling anybody else why we were there. If the word got out, it was because those two said something. Our job is not to tell anybody anything. We're in confidential investigations. So we go back, and my supervisor made a report to his boss, and his boss made a report to probably reach somebody's offices, and I'm sure it's not the first time this has happened. And we never heard anything of anything. We never heard anything of what happened to anybody. We don't know whether he was charged, whether he was fired. Again, once we make the arrest and send it off, it's not our responsibility anymore. Okay? So anyway, so that's my story. You never know who's out there looking around and doing weird things. And watch your children's teachers. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.